So, as I'm standing here, this woman ran towards this guy and was screaming, you're going to get snatched. So they've been telling me I'm going to get snatched away and get deported while I'm walking on the street, and I'm going to be raped in Africa, and people are going to create children, And this woman ran. She was like a security guard and ran towards this guy. So, all kinds of, I'm just coming out of this. Did you see that? You saw what was going on? The woman that ran towards the guy?
Oh no, I didn't.
You didn't look? Excuse me. So nobody wants to verify nothing. Yeah, but the camera helped me pick it up. And I couldn't get his registration plate. They may have cameras that may pick it up. I don't know. They have cameras here. This is the food stamp office, 109 East 16th Street. I don't know if this one saw it. And they were kicking each other. Yeah. I've been getting threatened with all kinds of abuse. They're always simulating, ICE arresting me, or kidnappers kidnapped. And what a lot of money because my mother's daughter killed her in a US hospital. They framed her as crazy, poisoned her, and the hospital also accepted to frame up as crazy. Also, the immigration arrested me when I was a child, and also wrongfully, And I was trying to record I couldn't find my phone earlier. I'm just so tired. I haven't eaten. I was eating. I haven't eaten all day. I haven't eaten food meal all day. So I've been hungry trying to get my photo ID, and they lied to me, saying my bank statement wasn't enough. So I have to go get a letter. They were lying to me that my bank statement is not enough. As a Nigerian, there's black Americans hating us on us Nigerians, blocking us and everything. As I was walking to the food stamp office, I was recording, and somebody was saying 000. Every time I come here, they always tell me nothing is good enough. I have to come back another day. So some black Americans say they're going to treat us Africans the way they were treated. I have everything they need. They told me to go and get a letter saying, so as proof of address. I already have proof of address. It says here, the proof of address you need is, it is. It says the proof of address you need is right here. Banking, proof of residency, banking, financial, credit card, account bill, statement or notice. I have a banking notice. And they told me it's not good enough. So it has to be. Say my banking notice is not good enough. Say it has to be an account statement. That's just an account statement. So it's just a notice that I've been denied credit card insurance. It says, a banking notice. I just said it's not good enough. It can't be a notice. It says it. Here it says, there's a banking notice. Statement or notice, we say it has to be an account statement. So they just changed the rules on me. And also, I have a food stamp, and it said a budget letter, case NYCHRA case composition summary report dated within 6 days. They could issue me a budget letter. It's the same office, the HRA and the ID office. That's what you really need, a budget letter. Even the woman, when I came here, told me, when I came here to apply for ID, the first day I came here, she told me the ID office is already closed for the day. And she said, all I need is a budget letter from the food stamp office and plus my food stamp card. So, and they can issue me a budget letter today. So they keep delaying me. And as soon as I get it, it says 000. And one of the black Americans ran towards the guy. So you're going to get snatched. You're going to get taken away. So there's some black American gangs with some Nigerian gangs are going to kidnap me, take me to Nigeria, and rape me, and kill me, and then bring the children, adopt such children and get money for any lawsuit money. I'm old because my mother said just moved the killer gang. So I believe I see that Balale here. She lives in Pennsylvania. She killed my mother also, and I've been seeing her talking to like Africans that live as security guard. And since then, security guards, Black American security guard, and African security guard. On my second day here, March 22nd, an African security guard was trying to bump into me like this, on the train, and the guy raised his leg up towards my face. On my way here, also people were trying to bump into me. So they deny me everything. They don't want me they don't want there to be current proof of my current of my current status. And it's like they're really serious that they feel they can kidnap me and there will be no proof at the time I left America. They said criminals always try to, if there's no proof of the time I left America, they could even claim I'd already left America before my mother died. So all the videos have been recorded say I know that my mother's daughters killed my mother. There's no way I would have known because I'd already left America before my mother died. So I'm still in America. I'm by the Ivory Place and 16th Street. Excuse me, what address is this? Hello guys. I'm sorry I'm gay, but can you please answer me? Does anybody know the cross street? No, you're just gonna ignore me. So as a gay person, the culture is homophobic. So just ignore me. I just want to verify that I'm still in America. This is not a excuse me, do you know the cross street here? The cross street? Anybody want to talk to me? Do you know the cross street? Yeah. This is East 16th Street, right? You don't know. Nobody knows nothing. I just want to verify. When I look like this, nobody wants to talk to me. So it's 109. Excuse me, what's the cross street? Okay, thanks. And you work for Verizon, so that will show you. Yeah, I'm not recording over here. So, so this is what they put me through. It's lying, I'm able to record outside. So this is what they put me through. Harassing me non-stop. It's a very homophobic culture, and as a poor African, especially if you're dark skinned, so I get threatened with violence over the little shit, and this how they jump me. So they say they're going to kidnap me and rape me. So worldwide, America is not safe. FIFA canceled this World Cup. They're giving us Africans a hard time, especially if you're not a masculine African male. My mother also said she used to give her a hard time. She used to come to a food stamp office like this, and they were supposed to help her because we are victim of illegal vacate, or in other words, I'm looking for more general English. Illegal vacates by the city of New York. I don't know if that's more general for anybody in the world to understand. Illegal eviction, yeah, that's the right word. Illegal eviction by the police for 16 years. And the Black American trying to help me, they choke him dead. So they're very disrespectful towards Africans. My mother also, because of her accents, a lot of time when she's talking on the phone, they'll hang up on her. Those that were born here were able to have leverage and get my mother killed. And I've been seeing that door parading. So they kidnap Africans here for real. And they could, and it's like they're trying to lure the richest Africans to come here. They say for the World Cup you have to have $15,000 deposit with the U.S. bank account. So I don't know why they changed the immigration rules. But this Trump is a very funny character. They said he was part of a Epstein sex trafficking cause. He's been convicted of fraud. I used to go to his hotel and he duped me. The President Trump, he duped me. I used to go to his casino, Trump Casino in 2011, and I won a lot of money. They didn't pay to me. They told the police to chase me out of the casino. And a U.S. senator confirmed that there were a lot of people going to Trump's casino in 2011, and Trump duped them. They said they want to arrest him and put him in prison and preach him. Senator Mark Kelly of Arizona. So America is not safe. They kidnap people. I'm a Nigerian, so if I cancel this World Cup, as I came out of the full-time office, this woman was running towards a man. I was like, what is going on? And was kicking him and they were tussling. So you say, you're going to get kidnapped. You're going to get taken away from here. And, and it was so scary. I was like, what is going on? Because I've been getting threatened. So they kidnap people here in America. My mother was kidnapped. I've been kidnapped also. My mother, all of a sudden, she was tired of taking care of me because I had an immigration case as soon as I got here. And she told me to come with her to Pennsylvania to go visit her daughters. So we're going to return the same day. As soon as we got to his daughter's house, 636 Industry Street, Pittsburgh, PA, 15210, the daughter ran me over with a car. Boom! I hit the floor. And the other daughter, Flora hit me with a car. Boom! I hit the floor. You know, and I just came in from Nigeria. I didn't know what's going on. Then the other daughter called the police. Said I had a weapon. I'm very dangerous. I'm about to kill her. She was speaking with a panicky voice. That please hurry up. And the police surrounded me. You know, took me away. I went and locked me up in the mental ward. So the daughters and my mother were colluding because my mother was tired of taking care of me. Because as soon as I got here, the immigration arrested me in 2000. Said my mother's green card didn't cover the and brought me. You know, and then they released me out of immigration prison because the prison was full. You know, and that's why they released me because, you know, they weren't even going to release me. So my mother was really angry when they released me. You know, she was like, you know, she told me to hold on in the prison that she's not going to come out and pick me. They released me late at night. You know, and the prison was like, you got to go because we already released you. You can't be here. We're going to call the police to arrest you for trespassing. You know, so my mother reluctantly sent somebody to pick me up from the immigration prison. His name is Low Martin. And he's a Caribbean American, and he was very angry also. You know, and that was my welcome to America. You know, and I was staying with my mother, and she got tired of taking care of me. So she told the landlord to evict us, you know, and the landlord evicted us. So she told me I should come with her to Pennsylvania for just one day, that she needs to do something there. And when we got there, the daughter, Flora, hit me with a car, boom, and as I got on the ground, you know, the other daughter of Polani called the police, and they framed me and locked me up in the Mercy Psychiatric Hospital. So that was crazy. And I had an immigration court date. And I told the hospital, I need you to release me because they framed me up to come from New York. I've been kidnapped, and those people won't believe me. They said, your family said you don't have an immigration case, you're just lying. You're just crazy, you're imagining. So I called my lawyer in New York, Ralph DiPietro, and he spoke with them. He said, I have an immigration case. And that was when the hospital, Mercy Hospital, believed me. And they didn't arrest my mother's daughters or my mother for kidnapping me. They said we should go and resolve just a little family problem. I'm like, this is a criminal kidnap, you know, and they could have just arrested them and given me a special visa for victims of trafficking. It's called a T visa, and I was under 21. They could have gotten me a green card for child abuse victim green card. Yet, 14 years later, my mother's daughters did it to her. Told her to come to and live with them after the police took her home. Me and my mother's almost staying down in New York. And in 2015, my mother went back to them. And mama says they started poisoning her. Flora would drive in the backseat of the car, go and hit somebody's house because they knew my mother had a heart problem and they wanted her to die. And they said the police would come, wouldn't properly investigate. And my mother said she knew that Flora did it on purpose. Put my mother in the backseat of the car and go and crash in somebody's house, hoping my mother would die of a heart attack. Those words were calling America, so they always act, you know, they're invincible and the laws here can really do nothing to them. You know, and then that Bolanle also started poisoning my mother's food. So my mother fled. She didn't go to the hospital in Pennsylvania because she knows they will come to the hospital and tell the hospital that she's crazy. And they know she's worth a lot of money because the immigration arrested me and she had a heart attack when the immigration arrested me. So she could get money because the immigration arrested me wrongfully. And the police took my mother's home, killed the guy with epilepsy every corner. As I was soon, every corner was epic copy because 13 CV5052. You know, so and also, so what else? You know, so my mother fled Pittsburgh because her daughters were poisoning her. She came to New York to go to the hospital. She didn't know how the daughters found out what hospital she was in. And they came to New York, Bellevue Hospital in 2015, told the hospital to lock her up. And they killed my mother in the hospital. That's what they said. They used force to lock people in the hospital. They used injections and stuff. And they stabbed my mother with an injection. Her face was horror as she was dying. Her face was like, you know, as her eyes was squeezed together. They didn't let me see her body, but they showed me the picture of her face as she was dead. You know, so this was going on. So please, you know, and as an African, they deny me every services. I showed them my food stamp card. You know, let me show you. I will show you just the back side because I don't want my identity to be stolen. Good, and I said all you need, especially if you're homeless, all you need is this is all you need here. This is the back of my food stamp card. You can see property of New York State. You know, so I don't want to show you the front. And I have a number of bank cards. These are some of the things. You know, this is my bank card. With my name. You know, these are all the other things that can show my identity. My name is on the back, so I don't want to show you. You know, my name. Like, what the heck? Let me just show you my name. You know, so these are some of the things. You know, this all you need is your food stamp card and a bank statement to get your ID. So they don't want to have any ID. The Black Americans are joining in and have my food stamp card and the bank statement. You know, so they're kidnapping people in America. I'm worth some money because immigration arrested me wrongfully. So let me show you I'll just show you my food stamp card. This is the bank statement. Showing my name and address. And it says here, all you need is to show 1 point proof of residency and a bank statement or notice. And the Black American woman said her name is Zinab or whatever her name was. You know, she may be African, born here, she has an American here. So, you know, the Africans, you know, they have U.S. citizenship here. They mistreat us Africans that don't have U.S. citizenship. Even my mother's daughters, they would hit me with a car. And, so they treat us Africans like slaves, you know. And the police wouldn't arrest them in Pennsylvania and stuff. And they did to my mother also. Hit her with, crashed her in a car and then poisoned her and killed her here in New York. So I know, and the authority and the immigration, and I've been under their immigration surveillance because once they arrest you in the past, the immigration will watch you forever. Even though I've got my green card 8 years later, you know, my mother became a citizen and got me my green card. You know, but still they put me on IPS surveillance and they were listening to my mother tell my address about to kill her. I never arrested Jordis. You know, so this is my bank statement from Synchrony Bank. This is my name and address. And this is the bank, you know, this is good enough. And also, another thing they could have told me, I used to have a photocopy. I used to have the copy of my, what they call, let me show you, budget letter. I used to have a budget letter. This is what we call NYCHRA. You know, see that? NYCHRA case composition summary report dated within 60 days. You know, this is what it should have given me. So this is very racist, and so I'm going to contact their supervisor. I spoke with the supervisor, and they were all eyeing each other, you know. And the supervisor knew this lady was lying. That, you know, I already have enough evidence, you know. And she told me to go to another place, and they were wasting my time, like running me around in circles, you know. And I spoke with the supervisor. The supervisor was like, you know, I think this person has enough evidence. And the other lady was like, no, I don't think so. I was like, okay. You know, let's say this African on the white goose chase. As soon as I arrived this afternoon, they were shouting 0, 0, 0, 0. They called me 0, 0. You know, making nicknames for me and stuff. So they're mocking Africans. Their government officials are mocking Africans. I have all the documents to get my city ID. I have my food stamp card. I have my banking statement. That's all you need. And they told me to go and get another letter from the soup kitchen, and they'll be running me around in circles like that. My mother used to come here to, not exactly this exact location, but other office of welfare. And she was a U.S. citizen, needed assistance. So she was taking care of me. I was a green card holder. Careful, kids, don't bump into me. And they wouldn't help us. So please, and also they said I also experienced a fire. Apart from my basement apartment being vacated, so they said the welfare office here is supposed to give me placement in a special shelter for fire victims. I also experienced sex abuse and domestic violence. My mother's daughters tricking me with my mother to go to Pennsylvania, where they hit me with a car and dumped me in a mental hospital, and I had to call my lawyer here to free me. You know, so this is what is going on. So I'm going to go on their website to report, and I hope you watching this video will tell these people to stop playing games with me and look at the video and forward this to their NYPD and your FBI, that these people may know about an attempt to kidnap me by my mother's daughters. I don't know this people personally, but a woman ran out of the office towards me. I thought she was coming to hit me or something. She was wearing a security guard uniform, and this is 106, no, 109 East 16th Street. I don't want to go close to that guy because they are very violent towards me. When they say an African, they always want to bully me, punch me, beat me up. You know, I'm now becoming a woman. Normally, I just hide my face like this because they're very violent with us Africans. Beat us up, stab us dead, you know. So everybody's not safe, and their police wouldn't help you, their government official won't help you. I was contacting the new mayor who was born in Africa, it's an Indian born in Africa, and it wouldn't help me either. And he deleted all his emails. The one that came in on the street to make fun of me last year. I was used to, so they're all jealous that I'm about to win money. Excuse me, what's the address here? Huh? You can't tell me either. Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. Okay. I think you talk with me. Why are you blocking the way? I'm trying to go over there.
Cleaning up.
Oh.
They need to go across the
Wow. Yeah, I was going to check the address a little. But I think that camera may pick it up. You know, that's the only camera. I don't know. I think that's a school. I was trying to check what the name of the school is. You know. So this is the only camera that may pick it up. You know, and she was scaring the kids. The kids were just getting out of school. I don't know if that camera. I don't know what the name of the school is. I don't want them to steal my property. You know, I don't know why. Yeah, you saw me headed towards this direction. There's this E16 and Ivan Place. You know, I don't want them to steal my property. So this camera will pick it up. So she was scaring the kids. And you know, ID office, they terrorize me. I'm an African, they just do things to scare me. And people have been telling me, you're going to get locked up in the mental ward, and they will just, while you're asleep in the mental ward, they'll ship you to Africa and rape you there real good, take your sperm, produce you and kill you, and your mother's daughters will take control of the children. So they're having US people with US passport, Africans with US passport, terrorize, you know, people. So this is called Ivan Campus. The school has no name. This is crazy. A school without a name. Yeah, no, I don't want them to think my video is I don't want them to think my video is what do they call it? I don't want them to think my video is doctorated or whatever. Or AI. They say that's what everyone's gonna be claiming. You know that your evidence is artificial intelligence. So I'm a real person. You know, a school without a name. Ain't that interesting? So the lackadaisical attitude, and I have my bags. I don't want to be wrong. Okay, let me see the school. You know, and she was running, fighting the kids, and they have laws here, child endangerment laws. You know, and the very liberal laws. If you're acting a way to terrorize little children, excuse me, don't bump into me, please. You know, they can jail you for child endangerment because she was, you know, she made it look like it was real. And so, look, them with U.S. passports, they believe they're above the law. Yeah. Excuse me, are you a teacher here? I just want to know the name of the school.
The what?
What's the name of the school?
It's the Washington Irving campus.
That's the name?
It's 6 schools in there.
So 6 schools. Oh, okay. So Washington Irving campus. Thank you. So it's like 6 different schools. Okay, I didn't know. International High School. Oh, okay. I was very confused. I didn't know that we could have like 6 schools. Look at the one. USA Union Square Academy for Health and Sciences. Okay. Washington Irving YABC. Okay. Okay. At least I was able to get somewhere. All right, thank you. You know. So I solemnly swear that United States Patriot on the Revolution and use Constitution that what I'm saying is true to the best of my knowledge, facts, and what I remember. And I'm not seeking surrogacy with anyone. You know, I'm not seeking marriage with anyone. I'm not seeking membership in any cult or gang, whether social, religious, or sexual. And I've been getting to it. I'm going to get kidnapped. I think a lot of people are aware, and they have to investigate this. I've been kidnapped before. My mother's been kidnapped and killed. Also, you know, locked up in a mental ward even though she wasn't crazy. Under the Taylor law, you're not supposed to remove somebody from one hospital unit to another. And you know, my mother was in the ICU after her drugs drugged her with counterfeit poison as drugs are moved in narcotic gang. You know, and you know, so they're going to drive me crazy, terrorize me. I have history of my family. My mother and father had cardiovascular illnesses. So I have a history of cardiovascular illness in my family, and both my father and mother were killed. So in case I die or I'm killed or I'm disabled, no family member or friend should administer my estate or anything for my estate or take custody of me if I'm disabled. Only civil activists like me that haven't been happening in the past should administer my estate and get just for me and my late mother, and donate the rest of my estate asset in charitable financial donations to people suffering from like my late mother. And also people being deported by treasury process for assistance, and also, nobody should make a movie about me unless I'm alive and want to participate in a movie and direct it. I'm very introverted. I told you yes, immigration days. Immigration file number 77954628, and I'm very introverted, and I don't really talk about my personal life unless I'm on the dress like this. And I don't really talk about personal life to my family or friends. I only talk about things in general. Only when I'm on the dress do I even talk about my personal life. Only a little bit I talk about. So, and I've not talked with any family or friends for so many years. Because my mother told me to be careful about her daughters. They're moving with killer gangs. There's another one in Nigeria called Fulke. My mother said that one tried to throw me out of the house. The window as a baby, but she discovered my father's death from my father. And my mother got arrested, but her father's family are well connected and they free her from prison. So, I've not been able to get justice in Nigeria here. And also it's just a whole lot. And people used to tell me I look like Justin when I was younger. I no longer look like him. I don't want to be associated with Michael Jackson in any way or form. Hello, don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. People trying to, touch me and touch my stuff. I don't know what that's about. There's all kinds of space. I don't want anybody to kill me and claim I'm a member of the sex cult or gang, and I tell people to be touching me or take my sperm. So, just since they're all aware that I could be killed any moment from now, I see they're all going to go to court and lie. A lot of people tell me they're going to go to court and lie. That I told them to adopt children for me and told them to do whatever they want to me. No, I'm not a member of any slavery master gang. Okay? So get that straight out. And anyone trying to lure me into any of these things I'm not into, like surrogacy or marriage or childbirth, I'm not looking to be adopted either. Should be arrested for violation of perjury, violation of perjury and other crimes like attempted extortion. And also, in case I'm disabled, because they're going to beat me dead, and having people just trying to escalate violence against me. Like, they kind of say, don't record. No, I have a right to record outside. I'm outside. There's a First Amendment right, and there's a crime occurring. Somebody was running towards me. So they have no right to scare me from getting evidence. And the FBI needs to look into this. They're forming a crime syndicate, Black Americans and Nigerian gangs, and they say they're going to kidnap, and they say, poor Africans don't have any power in this country. And another African that's homeless like me, they stole his passport and green card. They've arrested me, stole my passport and green card. When I was in immigration prison, they say a U.S. green card or U.S. passport, you can sell it for abroad for like $50,000. So they're just robbing. My mother also said they stole a U.S. passport at some point. Her daughters also were stealing her stuff. So we don't even know who stole her passport. So this is what is going on. So in case I'm disabled, only a court-appointed monitor should take custody of me because I'm disabled. I should be allowed to remain. I don't feel safe in the country because there are criminal gangs all over the world that they try to hurt me, for money, work with American gangsters. But I'm here because there's the crime scene, and my father and mother was living here in 1972. They have a lot of friends here. So hopefully at some point, people that know my father and my mother may want to state things my mother told them, because my mother was telling people that those were killers, So, but right now everybody's just hiding because people don't really care. But I guess when push comes to shove, maybe to get TV fame, maybe some people may be willing to say what my mother told them about my daughters that are moving with killer gangs, including the one in Nigeria also. Okay, so only a court-appointed guidance should monitor me in case I'm disabled. No family or friends should be near me, and also the court should also appoint civil activists that have not denied me of the prayers to also be in charge of monitoring me, and the court should oversee that monitoring because I'm also, very vulnerable to be harmed, to steal money from my state. I said inheritance scam, killing people for money is very rampant in New York City, So, And also, please donate to my Cash App NYC Homeless, non-conditional charitable donation to my Cash App, financial donation to my Cash App NYC Homeless, or to me personally, I do beg for money everywhere, or student loan to my Cash App NYC Homeless. If it's a student loan, or to me person, if it's a student loan, the interest rate has to be similar to what the US government charges students or what commercial bank charges student, whatever is less than. I don't want to be price cap, so this was going in.